I'll be demonstrating the how the Metaforms platform works for generating projects in DP. So let's go. This is the website. This is how it looks like. And then we create a new project. So the process starts here. So here we give basically the name of the project as SPSS demo 1 validation tool. So today we are going to do with SPSS. We'll select the template whichever you want and click on continue. So here as you can see we have two inputs which we have to give. First is an SPSS and then the questionnaire. Now we'll create the project. So it has started reading the questionnaire. This is the questionnaire which I have given as an input. It is a 17 page questionnaire. Creates, yeah, so these are the data map variables. You can see all the data map variables and it is reviewing the variables, and you can also give a thumbs up or thumbs down, like if you like the variable name, label, if you want to change anything here. And then we click on continue. So yeah, here the process starts. How we are going to generate it, I'll show you. So we click on Control K. So here we can generate in the batches of 3, 5, 10, or we can generate all as well. But generally we do prefer generating in the batches of 5. The reason for it will let you know while we're doing this. So let's do generate. So I've kept the SPSS file open as well, wherein we have all the variables in SPSS. Yeah, so as you can see, it has started generating for Q101, which is a great question. Yes. So meanwhile, while it's generating, we can just put syntax page. Yeah, so question 102 is also generated. Question 101 is a great question. And question 102 is also a great question. So we have around seven rows and two columns, and these are few conditions. Let's see how SPSS is getting generated and are these checks done. Question 103 is also generated. So question 103 is a great question with five rows and three columns and few conditions as well. Q104, it's a great question with six rows and two columns. The conditions are different for each and every question. Generate Q105 as well, which is a great question of six rows, three columns. Yes. Yeah, so it's done. As you can see, within a minute, it has generated all the files required for data checking. So we can just paste it here. So here we can just go through it once. That Q101 question is a great question with 7 rows, 7 columns, and here we have column 1 and column 2 as well. So in column 2 only allow solutions of services that were selected in column 1. Basically whatever it is selected as services, the most preferred one, if it is selected then that service should also be selected. So here we have done the count check, we have used the sum variable, we have done the range check, at least one, none of these check, range check for the C2 question, and then a back check. Yeah, so I guess all the scenarios are getting covered here. Just show run and show the save. Yeah. So here we're getting an error which we can rectify. Let's see on it. So we can find now. So we can just paste this thing here, whatever the correct syntax, so that AI learns by itself that what went wrong while checking this. But as you can see, mostly it is generating quite clearly. And we'll move on to the next one, to 102. Copy this and paste it here. Yeah, it is working fine for 2102. All the checks which are necessary. So that were not selected in column 1. So this check I have to do in column 2. So yeah, if both are 1, then that's an error. This was a check. And count 1, the basic range check, at least one check, other specify check. Yeah, so all is working fine. So here there are basically data errors which are seeing here. That should not be an issue. So we'll go to question 103 and we'll check. Yeah, Q103 is again a great question with some conditions. Firstly, a range check, consistency check. So it is checking that if column 2 is selected, column 1 have an answer. Here, that check is done. Then others check. Okay, so yeah, we can run this to check yes, it is working fine. We'll move on to the next one, Q104. Q104 has just one condition. In column 2, only allow selections that were not selected. So 1 and 1. So this is the check which is done and the basic range check which we do. Along with the Q105 is also there, which can just run it here. 105 is again a grid with in column 3 only allow selections that were not selected in column 1 and 2. So if all these three are selected, then that's an error. Yeah, so it is working correctly for these 5 questions. It's done. So it is done in less than 5 minutes, which is like manually not possible. So yeah, this tool is really working great. So let's do another generation. Control K, generate next five. So yeah, here I will tell you why we are generating the batches of five. Because as we encountered one syntax error in Q101, which was just a minor error, but that that might happen. So we just corrected it here itself so that AI learns from it. And once the AI learns it, in the next five batches, it will not do the same mistake. That is the main purpose of doing it in the batches. So yeah, let's go with Q106, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So this one is again a great question with 6 rows, 3 columns, and in column 3 only selections of services that were selected in column 1 or 2. So it is all 2. Okay. Here Q107 again the same type with the same branch. Only allow number entry in column 2 for services selected in column 1. Makes sense. So error if any services is selected in column 1 but corresponding amount not entered. Yeah, that's a problem. So we have to show error, please enter. Okay. Mm, 108. So yeah, here as you can see, while we're talking, 106 is already generated. 108 is a range, open numeric basically. So yeah, here we have lots of conditions in columns, age, gender, select one age, enter the number, products they like, select all that apply. For male, it's different, for female, products are different. So accordingly, the script should be generated. Show number of rows based on answer in Q108. Okay, show error if male is selected and dolls. Got it. So for females only, it should be strictly females. It's for males only again. Please select products that match with child's gender. Yeah, got it. So Q107 is also done here. Okay, Q108. Then we have Q110. Okay, this is asking please enter the total number of hours spent on each activity last week. Okay, So again, an open numeric question. Hmm. So we can just do one thing. We can just copy this Q10 in the text pad or whatever notepad which we have, so that we can check if it is fine. Q106. We have three columns, C1, C2, C3. Range check is done here, and checking if in column 3 only allow selections that was selected in column 1 or 2. So if C3 is 1, then and column 1 is not 1 and column 2 is not 1, that's an error. So we can just run it here. Yeah, so it's working fine. It is giving error 2, which is this one. If C3 is 1, C1 is not 1, and C2 is not 1. So I guess it is not 1. That's why it is giving the error. Yeah, here as you can see, 1 is selected in column 1, but 0 is selected in column 2. That's the reason. Setting flat. Cool. So it is working fine. Then we can move to Q107. Oh, 108 is also generated. 107, can paste it here. Range check is done. And then the numbers only allow number in column 2 which was selected in column 1. Correct. Column 2 presence check. Amount should be, and if it is less than 0, then it means there is no amount. So yeah, amount should be greater than 1, greater than equal to 1, basically. So range is not possible, like they haven't told what range it will be for C2. So we can just write this less than 0, then it's an error. So it should be greater than 0. Column 2 absence check. If column 1 is not 1 and still column 2 is answering, then that's also an error. So we can just run it here. Yeah, this one is working fine. So we move on to the next one, Q108, which is just an open numeric question. We have to enter the number. Oh, 109 is also done. So you can just directly write it here, but it's just a range check. Yeah, working fine. 109 is a great question with lots of conditions. So let's see, we put it here first in text pad so that we can see how it looks like. So we have created a gender, product, and child number. So for different columns, we have different purpose. Yeah. So let's see if it is checking this one. Show number of rows based on answering to 108. If child should be shown based on Q108, validate all fields. So we have to do if only if Q108 is greater than equal to 1 to 5, right? So for this 5 children, child 1 to 5. So age validation must be 0 to 17 into if gender validation male or female, product validation it will be 1 to 4, and gender product consistency check if gender is 1 and any product should be 3 and 4, that is for female. For male, it should not be 3 and 4. But if it is any 3 and 4, then that's an error. Male cannot have 3 and 4. Female cannot have 1 and 2. Child should not be shown. All fields must be missing. Correct. So that check is also done. Overall, it is working fine. Yes. Let's go with the next one. Yeah, it is already generated Q1110, which is open numeric one. Copy paste this. So check a normal one. If it's missing x1, or it should not be negative because numbers cannot be negative. Number of hours, it should be greater than 168 because it is for the week, cannot exceed hours in a week. Maximum hours in a week 168. So yeah, this one is working fine. As you can see here, the errors are because here we have values greater than 168. Hours cannot be greater than 168. If we calculate for a week, it should be 1 to 168. Okay, 110 is done, working fine. Q111 and Q112 also got generated in the meanwhile. Let's look at Q111. Okay, so only rows where Q110 is greater than 0. Makes sense. First, okay, for each row shown, sum of hours across columns must equal the corresponding value. Enter. Cool. We can just paste it in a text pad so that we can check then the sum. So here they have taken all Q110. Here they have taken sums of Q111 for that row number if activity has hours in Q110. Yes, so as you can see, it should be greater than 0, sum of hours. And then if it is not equal to this value, then it is an error. Correct. If is 0, that is else condition. That if it is 0, that is not greater than 0, then it's missing. Row should not have data. Correct. Individual check. Again, check for individual cells. No negative values. Less than 0 is an error. It should not go missing. Right. So let's do this. Okay. We have encountered an error here. So we'll try to solve it here as well. Q11 underscore sum. Yeah. So as you can see, comma was missing in between. So it was giving an error. If you run this, it is working fine. All the checks are covered in this. So let's just move on to the next one. Just try to fix this one. Okay, in Q112 for Q112. Oh, we got created Q115. Let's check them as well. 112 to 115. Let's take it somewhere outside the text pad. Name check for don't know. Let's see what the question is. Q112, please indicate your monthly household expenses. Okay. Don't know is an essential and open optional. Mm. So here the don't know check numbers should not be entered. First one, numbers are entered for row, don't know cannot be selected. Next two are the same. Don't know is selected for row, a number should not be entered in that row. Correct. Don't know cannot be selected. Don't know is not checked, at least one amount should be entered. Correct. So yeah, I guess this will work fine. Oh, okay. Okay. So here it was C3, 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 and C3, or C2s, and here we have one C2 more. This will be R2, C1. Extra table was put inside. Now it is working fine. Fine. Let's just paste it there so that AI learns with it. So to not give the same error again. Next matches. We can just remove this C2 from here. So yeah, that was the only change we made, right? So let's go to the next question. Q113. Here we are using if numbers are entered in column don't know cannot be selected. So same thing. If then numbers are entered, don't know cannot be selected. So for don't know Q1, this is not the correct way. We'll just write it here to three, four. So these are not necessary. Okay. Now this looks fine. Let's go. Okay. To repeat, return to the landmark. Printed at the back. To was focus. Focus. This looks fine now. Don't know Q1 or Q. This we deleted those variables, right? So I guess I'm listing it down somewhere. We're using them. So we can use it directly here. Okay. So no need of this one. It's fine, and then we'll do it for 4. It's fine now. We have something to repeat. Yes. Oh, no. This looks fine now. Yes. Cool. We'll just paste it in Metaforms platform. You just if this looking fine. Okay. This one looks fine now. Q113 is done, then Q114. First, second. Okay. And this it works. Here they have done the range checks, unique ranking checks. They have just counted this first and second. And they're checking if each row must have exactly one first and one second, basically the unique ranking. And column maximum constraint, each column can be first choice max 3 times correct. So all the scenarios are covered here. Let's go to the next one. This is the last one, Q115. Yeah, this is working fine already. At least one service must be selected. Range check is done. Consistency check and the ranking question. Ranking check. Q115 is also done. Okay. So yeah. So far so good. You just move to the next generation. And we ask AI to generate the next file. All the scenarios were covered in Q115. Okay, this one, my bad. 2116. Now it is generating. We have all these percentage scenarios. Percentage must be 100. Allow only column 2 and 3 for column 1. Risk level in column 3 must correspond to percentage in column 2. Highest percentage must have highest selected risk level. Okay, second highest risk level, and so on. That's true. Total allocation is always 100%. Risk level must match allocation percentage. So we'll have to check that as well. And then we have question 2, which is open end question. Okay. Question 3 is similar. Question 4, 5 are similar ones. Question 9 is a numeric, I guess. Question 12 is again an open numeric. Question 13 is a basic grade question with all these conditions. Question 14 Okay, rows and columns, grid, 15 rows and columns. These are the conditions. 17, 3 rows, 3 columns. These are the conditions. Question 18, 3 rows, 3 columns, 4 conditions. Question 20 is the last one, I guess. So yeah, we are halfway through that too in lesser number of time. Okay, all of them are generated, I guess. Question 2, just checking the phone number with country code. So we do the run and it is working fine. Let's take it open here as well. Send to okay country code. And then we move to question 4. Okay. Question 4 OE that converted to char index lower. Okay. It has LinkedIn.com. Correct. LinkedIn.com. Question 5 for intern, junior, senior, lead manager are the titles. So as you can see, online taken care. Just run this one. Both are working fine. Move to the next one. Oh, it's question 9 now. Cool. After question 5, we have question 9. Graduation year. Just converted this one. This one will give us index thing. Just this one is 4.0. So I'll check this. No need for this number command. So here what you have done is taken the 9R3 graduation year into this grad year now. Then we have changed the type of it so that we can do the range check here. Okay. Yeah. So this is a string variable, right? So if we do that, assignment is now split here. So we'll have to do it in the next step. It's fine. New variable here now. It will be alter type to 9R3. You can check that is done. 9R3, 3. Three. Fine. It's working now. And just copy paste this so that AI learns from it. Okay, so far so good. Let's go to question 12, 13. You can do it till 20. Isn't it? Say 10 questions. No, 5 is safe. So any errors which we get in the above ones, that gets corrected automatically in this generate. So meanwhile, let's see what we have done till Q9. Okay. So Q12 has current medications, allergies, emergency contact must be comma separated on none. Okay. And emergency contact must be name, phone number. Okay. That can be done. Enter energy consumption by facility and time period. Question. Three rows, three columns. So now to generate question 12, question 30, 14, 15, and 17. So these five questions it will generate. Let's see how it does. Meanwhile, we can just go through what this question type is. Question 12 is a string variable, same as 9. Then question 13 is a numeric one. Question 14 again is a numeric one. And 15 and 17 again, they are numerics. Okay, and after that we have just two questions left. Fine. Please provide relevant health information. So kept the questionnaire open as well. So you can anytime check this. Seconds. So question 9 will go to question 12, and I guess it has generated till question 17. So we can just take this here. Question 12, current medications must be comma separated or none. The first check is done, then must be comma separated or none for allergy validation is done, and must contain name and name font format. Okay, all those three checks are written here. Okay, this one is working fine. Go on to the next one. Question 13. Three columns, three rows. Values cannot be negative. No negative. It is done in this. Do repeat. Peak hours cannot exceed 5,000. Peak value cannot exceed 5,000. True. Peak to off peak ratio should not be 2.5. Peak to off value. Okay. Off peak value greater than 0. Peak into to off peak greater than 2.5. Correct. Weekend total should not exceed 60%. Total should not exceed 60%. Correct. This one looks fine, I guess. Yes. Okay. Yeah, then the thing. This one is working fine. So we'll just go with the question. 13 is fine. Let's go to the 14 one. 14 question. Response time must not exceed 30. Okay, greater than 30 an issue. And less than 0 is also an issue. Must be 100%. Okay, must be 10. 0 to 100, 1 to 10. That's fine. Alert if resolution rate less than 85. That check is done here. And satisfaction less than 7. Okay, well, it is done. And 84% and above it should be. Okay, this one we can run. Okay, is on fine. Cool. We just date it here. Question 14. Question 15. Just take this. Question 15 is again a grid. Values cannot be negative, cannot exceed 30, cannot exceed 120, emergency total care time cannot exceed 240, patient load difference between departments cannot exceed 2x. Yes. So can just run this one. Pause. Fine. Let's move on to the next one. 270. AC validation, no negative values. 17 question must be at least 1000. At least 1000 check should not exceed 70%. No location sale should not be below 80%. Okay, everything is covered here. Fine. Q7 also works fine. Let's generate the rest of questions, which is Q18 and Q20. We'll just do a quick refresh. Update 18 and Q20. So here in Q18, we have three rows, three columns. Success rate must be between 0 to 100. Points cannot be negative. Offense to defense points ratio should be 0.33. Okay. 0.33 and 3. Success rate should not be below 30%. Okay, cool. Till mission 20, everything is done. Generation stops here. Let's just run it. Let's just run it here. And just first check the validations are applied correctly. Success rate 0 to 100. Rule 0 to 100. And points cannot be negative. Okay. And then ratio between 0.33 to 3. Okay. Not below 30. Okay. Okay. All the checks are taken care here. Boom. And just run this one. And this will be fine. Okay. This is running fine. We'll just check the last one. It is Q20. Q20 is columns 1, 2, 3, and rows 1, 2, 3 values cannot be negative. Yes, E cannot be, values cannot be negative. Check here. E cannot be exceeding 100. Okay, let's check. Water efficiency should not be below zero point 0.5. This efficiency ratio should not be below zero point 0.5. And cost per ton, cost per ton should not exceed 1000. Okay, all the checks are covered here. Great, it's working fine. So it is checking the data correctly basically. So yeah, that's all for now. We have generated the whole script in less than an hour. If you can see, for manually it will take around 3 to 4 hours as a DP, which is getting generated in 1 hour using the Metaforms AI. So yeah, that's it from my end. If you have any queries, please let me know or let our team know so that we can improve and update accordingly. Thank you so much.